All right, what's up, Gypsy Gang? This week I've had a ton of messages from people that are tripping out because there is no ESPN or Fox Sports coverage of the MX, the motocross series in the US. So I thought I would just make a quick video to sort of show everybody how I go about doing it. This is how I watched the entire Supercross series, and this is how our Supercross companions went down, was through this method. So I've got a screen recording going here, so I'm just going to kind of put that in and sort of walk it through step by step. So basically the reason that you can't sign up to this gold pass with NBC anymore is that it only lets you do it from the US. So to get around that, super simple. All you need to do is go and get yourself a VPN. I use ExpressVPN. I think the other one that's really good is like NordVPN. I've heard that's pretty good, but I just use this. It is $12 a month. So yeah, basically just go to ExpressVPN. They even do a 30-day money-back guarantee. I run a VPN on my computer at all times. So this is my VPN here. Once you install it, you select your location in this little tab here. So yeah, turn it on. It'll before you actually turn it on, you select your location. So if you set it to USA, San Francisco, basically your computer from your modem sends a signal to your VPN server, and then your VPN server redirects your IP, says it's in San Francisco, and then that then connects to this website, which is NBC Sports Gold. So if you just type in NBC Gold into Google, NBCSports.com/gold. Click on that. I'm already signed in here, but yeah, you just go buy now, or just click in this Pro Motocross Pass. Stream the entire 2019 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship season live, commercial free and on demand. Watch every moto, and then yeah, so I've obviously got it, so I can watch it, and then yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. I'm pretty sure. Wonder if you could actually go back. Yeah, you could go back and even watch all the Supercrosses as well. So yeah, already got that bad boy as well. So yeah, it's really easy. And then if you're a tech guru, you could just hook this bad boy up to HDMI, chuck it into your TV or Apple TV or whatever. So yeah, it's really not that hard to watch it. You will just hit the roadblock of being in Australia and then not being able to register for Sports Gold, NBC Sports Gold. So that is where just go get a VPN, set it to the US, and you are away. So that's really, it's as easy as that. So, and honestly, I would prefer this over Foxtel. I get so sick of watching Supercross and Motocross on Foxtel and just watching the same ads every 10 minutes, it feels like, and then you can watch all this stuff on demand as well. They do have an app on their phone, and I'm pretty sure you can get I'll just Google that real quick. VPN for iPhone. Yeah, so you can even do, yeah, you can do that on your iPhone. So you're just gonna just get an app, the ExpressVPN app for your iPhone and iPad, which I don't have, but I probably should. And then if you want to, you can download like the NBC Sports app. So yeah, that's pretty much all that you need to do to make this this stuff work. So that would be my advice to everybody in Australia that wants to watch the races. We are going to be we're building the new studio at the moment. So for everyone that is also asked, so for anyone that doesn't follow Gypsy Tales and has only watched this video just to learn how to do to watch the racing, thanks for watching. But yeah, for those of you who are followers of the Gypsy Tales podcast, so we built this room. This room is at my house. So we have a building that we just got in Burleigh that was sort of always the plan when I did move to Burleigh. That was like the long game plan, but that building has been completed and finished way quicker than we thought it was going to. So we're basically building the new studio, which is going to be our forever home. We're building that at the moment. So that's why we've been a little bit slow on podcasts the last couple of weeks, just because we're just hooking into that. So much stuff is going to get better as a result of that new studio, which is, it's super, super cool. Like, we struggled to get the internet down here, which has held us up massively. Just the facilities there are awesome. And as we kind of expand the podcast and try and be bigger and better and more professional, we just sort of want to be able to offer guests certain amenities and it just not be at a house. That's why we've been a little bit slow on these. The Las Vegas podcast that we did live, we had a technical problem with the audio, so we sent that off to an engineer. It's sort of the first time we've really had any dramas like that. We sent that off to an audio engineer and we just got that back the other day. So I'm going to get that online. It's late, but whatever. It was still fun. We had a really fun day. The motocross companions, the supercross companions that we did all year, they were awesome and a lot of fun. We do plan on doing those for motocross. Would have liked to have done it for Hangtown, but we're just going flat out trying to get this studio built. But so that'll be our plan. There'll be some rounds where we just can't do it, but what we will try and do is, just because the time zones in Australia are gnarly, we're going to try and get those done for the rounds where that's sort of West Coast or in that West Coast time zone we can actually get up. Means we'll be getting up pretty early, but it will be pretty cool to do. Just a quick, we're also going to be doing a full breakdown of the Hangtown round of the Pro Motocross next week. We'll do that early next week. I wanted to do a show before, a bit of a pre-show, but we just haven't been able to make it happen. Quick thoughts for anyone that is interested. We have 4 Aussies. We've got 2 in the lights class and 2 in the 250 class, 2 in the 450 class. The highly anticipated debut of Hunter Lawrence. Obviously, he missed the Supercross season with collarbone injuries and then decided to wait for the outdoors, which I think was a smart move. There's sort of no point rushing back an injury, racing the best dudes in the world, hurting any sort of confidence. Basically, the last time he raced was when he absolutely shredded at Motocross Nations. So if I was him, I would want to be coming into Hangtown with that in my memory. We also have Wilson Todd is over there. I think he's riding a Troy KTM. I sort of heard that the other day. I think that Wilson will put that bike in. I could see him putting that bike in the top 10 in a moto. A good weekend for him would be 2 motos inside the top 10. But I also think a good weekend, I think a great weekend for him would be in the top 10 both motos. I think a good weekend for him and something to be super proud of would be 1 moto in the top 10, 1 moto in the top 15. That's probably pretty realistic expectations for him, I think. But I mean, dude, that guy is so legitimately fast. He was supposed to be in Europe this year, him and Mitch Evans, actually Cairns locals as well, which is pretty cool. They grew up, I watched those kids since they were both on 50s. I was racing, they were on 50s, and the battles that Mitch Evans and Wilson Todd had are legendary. Those 2 guys have been pushing each other so hard for so long, and Wilson was supposed to be in Europe this year, but there's some contract stuff that went down that sort of meant he has come back to Australia, and he's been by far and away the best dude here in Australia. He's always been as good as Mitch, or they've always been as good as each other, I should say. So with what Mitch is doing in Europe on a bike that's not that good, I think Wilson being on essentially a factory cage, if that's right, I'm sort of speaking out of my ass here. I'm taking someone's word for it. But yeah, being on a good bike over there, I think that he should expect to put it in the top 10 both motos. But like that just doesn't always happen with starts qualifying. Track wise, I think that Hangtown will be a decent one for the guys, Dean, Todd, and Wilson. There's nothing crazy about Hangtown. It gets super rough. It gets super rutted. The next guy I'll talk about is Todd Waters. I think this is like really hard to say. Like Todd's obviously, he's one of my best friends. Another Cairns guy, grown up with him. He's been one of my best mates my whole life. But I need to be realistic and honest. I don't know if we'll see Todd inside the top 10 both motos, but he's been riding really, really, really good, and he's sort of one of those guys that can rise to the occasion. I think that you'll see him in the top 10 in the 3 rounds that he's over there. I'm just interested to see how he goes with the first weekend. Let's not forget this dude's had podiums in the World Championship. He's been the best guy in Australia this year as well. Obviously he had a DNF, and he's still not too far off the lead in the championship over here, on a great bike. He absolutely loves that Husky. So I can see Todd doing well. I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know if he's going to be in the top 10 both motos. Then we have Dean Ferris, who I'm super excited to see race. Will he have any ring rust? I don't know. He obviously did the race at Murray Bridge, walked away with the overall in the first of the, like they did the Saturday-Sunday format. He won the overall on the Saturday, and then Todd won the overall on the Sunday. I don't follow that championship at all, so I couldn't even tell you what happened to Dean on the Sunday. I probably should know, but whatever, I don't. So yeah, I'm super excited. He's on a great team. He's super familiar with that bike. We're going to see him in the Fox gear, the 103, which is cool. Pretty sure TC ran 103 over there, and then if I'm not mistaken, Jake Moss ran 103 over there at one point as well. But yeah, there was a point in time where TC had a 103 Yamaha as well, so pretty cool. I could easily see Dean being in the top 5 in a moto over there. I would sort of like expect him to be in the top 10 both motos, and I think as the season goes on, he will be in the top 10 in both motos, and then I think we're going to see him get top 5s, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dean with 3 podiums, maybe more, as the season goes on, and as he just races himself into shape a little bit. Cody Cooper is also there. I think Coop will be anywhere from 14th to 18th or 14th to 21st. I think that Coop, like, he won the New Zealand Championship again. He's got so much experience over there. Out of all of the dudes that are in this Australia-New Zealand contingent, I think he would have, he 100% has the most experience at Hangtown. Like I said, I don't think there's anything crazy about that track that is going to catch out any of our guys this weekend. It's pretty straightforward. It's one of the best tracks to watch, actually, as a fan at the racetrack. Don't know where I'm going with that. None of us are going to be there. If you're watching this podcast and it was titled "How to Watch the AMA from Australia," no one's going to be there. But yeah, it's a great track to watch at. One of the best on the series. It's in a big basin. They've had some rain, but I saw photos from press day today, and it looked quite good. So I think it's going to be a pretty rad track for racing. It's going to get super, super rough. Yeah, that's the little Aussie contingent. I'm pretty excited, man. It's like the best season for Aussies in a really long time. I wish that Todd was over there for the rest of the season, but he's got a good chance of winning a title here. I also wish Wilson was over there for the full season. It is great when we have a bunch of Aussies to follow. I obviously love the US dudes. Got friends that are still actively racing that series that I always want to watch. But there's just something special about having guys from your own country doing it over there. And we want to see them win. Chad tweeted in the mud, making a bit of a joke, saying that if it's muddy, he should probably go. I wrote on one of his posts, he should just go get 2 hole shots like he did at Ironman last year. This will be interesting too, because I feel like, just as a little sidebar as I'm thinking out loud here, I feel like the team for the Australian Motocross of Nations Championship is going to be coming from riders that are racing Hangtown this weekend. So that'll be cool just to see who sort of does the best out of that, if there is going to be like a pecking order. If Todd absolutely smokes Dean at these first 3 rounds and then wins the championship, you'd sort of have to say that he would be the guy with Dean to do the Motocross of Nations. Maybe, but then you have got Hunter Lawrence, who I think if he's fit and healthy and finishes the season, he just automatically goes in. He was one of the standouts out of everybody last year. And then Dean is going to be on factory equipment, obviously knows Europe so well. So you'd have to think Dean would be in there. It'll be really interesting to see if Mitch keeps getting on the box over there, in Europe, if that will give him the nod over Todd, if Todd does really well here and then wins the championship at home. So there's a bunch at play there. And actually, while I'm talking about Motocross of Nations, I'm just going to look for a text that I got the other day about some raffles that are going to be going forward to try and help our team get over there. Where is this message? Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, so I got this from Mark, who runs a Penrite Honda team. If you'd like to see if you can do some pumping of the MX of Nations fundraising this year. So basically, the guys from that are putting together the team for Motocross of Nations this year, they are doing 3 things to try and get some fundraising for our Aussie guys to go over to Motocross of Nations. There's a raffle, 250. I'm just reading this verbatim off the text. So there's a raffle, $250 per ticket. Prize is airline tickets and accommodation, VIP tickets, Australian uniform for 2 people at the Motocross Nations in Aston this year. Damn, I'm actually going to enter that. So yeah, $250 for a ticket, and the long and the short of that is you get to basically be one of the Australian team. You get your airfares covered, and you also get VIP tickets to the Motocross Nations. The second thing they're doing to raise money for the Motocross Nations Rider Clinic, $150 entry, held on the Monday following the Motocross Nationals round at Maitland this year. It's on the 15th of July, I think. I don't know either. So you're going to have to look that up on your own. I'll have my team, Penrite Honda, with Kyle Webster, who is killing it at the moment. He just won in Murray Bridge. CDR Yamaha, and one other team yet to be disclosed, which I can fill you in on, is going to be a very up-close experience. And then there's going to be an auction of some gear at the Coolum round of the MX Nationals, which is sort of what they do every year, I think. But yeah, I would like to really do whatever I can this year to try and help the team get over there. I don't know if too many people would know how many people or like how much that this sort of isn't fun today. Like, it's kind of dog shit, to be honest. But that's not a knock on anybody that tries to help do the fundraising. I think it's just crazy that they sort of have to put so much of their own money up to do it. But I don't know all the details, so maybe I can try and figure that out and do a bit more of a podcast on it. I would love to help out with that in any way I can. So yeah, and maybe the Gypsy Gang can do our own version of some kind of fundraising where we can sort of help out. I'm just pulled up Racer X here, just to give us some inspiration. Shout out to the boys at Racer X. Jason Wygant, one of my favourite humans in the world. Righto, what do we got here? They've got 10 things. Friendly ground. Hangtown's been great to Eli. Yeah, Eli's the freaking man at Hangtown. I actually watched the 2015 race just the other night, just as a little bit of a refresher. Because I think that in 2015, the way that Eli rode those first few rounds I think that could maybe be the fastest a dude has ever rode a motorcycle. What are they saying here? He's won the overall there 4 times and hasn't finished off the podium since 2012, and his worst career finish at Hangtown is a 5th. He also won his first ever race. Oh, dude, he won his first ever race there. That's right. That was sick. And then, yeah, they just mentioned that the shellacking he dealt out in 2015. Yeah, so that is, I think smart money is on Eli this weekend. Resilience personified. Ando makes his comeback this weekend, which is pretty rad. He is also doing, I need to just give Ando a little bit of a shout out here. He is one of the coolest dudes in motocross and maybe the world. And he has this web series that he's been doing with the boys called Team Fried. Where is that? I'm just going to have a quick look for that. Tom Genet, I think, is doing that with him. I'm just going to go and find this link because he said it was a link. There was a link in his bio. I just watched a trailer while I was having a deuce before. No, he's got Team Fried. YouTube Team Fried. Righto, I'll just go back to YouTube, I guess, and see what we can pull up here. That's like the worst thing to search on YouTube, Ando. Team Fried. Jason Anderson. Unless I can't spell fried. Yeah. Ando, this isn't a good way to pump this series. Wonder if Tom Genet is tagged in this. TF is going on. Where is Tom Genet in this? Tag your friend. I'm going to find it on my phone and then put in the exact title of the thing. This like quick shout out has turned into a complete schmozzle, but I'm not giving up on Ando because I want to give him some love. Here we go. Gotcha. Tom.Journet. Tom Genet. Here we go. YouTube link. Coming at ya. I'm going to pause it. Welcome to Team Fried. Also skip this trial. Yeah. Dude, that's weird. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. Just go welcome to Team Fried. Team Fried. I'm not sure. If anyone wants the link for this, you can go to Tom's Instagram, tom.journet, Journet. So these boys have been making, I think they're making like a little bit of like a web series type deal, just sort of trying to give Ando a bit of a way to get his sort of personality out there, I guess. Shooting it on like some old cameras, and I really like the vibe, I like the feel, I like the gist. I like all of it. So kudos, boys. I love your work and keep on doing it. I'm just going to watch like a tiny little bit more of that. Just see what else is going on. Ando's like got one of the best personalities in the pits. Not only the pits, at the after parties, at the pre-parties, at the bloody, practice tracks. He's just a super cool dude. So they got some Florida footage going on in here. Some Claremont, loving. That track looks so good right now. But yeah, anyway, we'll find a little bit about that. But yeah, check that out on YouTube. Welcome to Team Fried. And yeah, drop a comment. G the boys up. So this is how you win a chip. Yeah, I'm gonna slap a like on that bitch, and I'm also gonna subscribe to Steve Fried, guys. They're doing the damn thing. All right, back to this. Anderson will make his return to racing at Hangtown. Yeah, I mean, standard. Anderson wants to win. Fill in Ferris after breaking his heel earlier this year in Supercross. Aaron Plessinger will be on the sidelines this weekend. Dean Ferris, multi-time Australian Supercross champion, and Gypsy Tales podcast veteran now, I guess you would say. We're filling in for Plessinger this weekend. I don't know how long that deal is, but I think it's for the season. I hope it's for the season. Down Under debut. We are dominating this right now. Ferris won't be the only Speedy Australian. Hunter Lawrence, bang. We've talked about that legend. Justin Cooper he did have a really good rookie year outdoors. So I think all those star guys will be up there. I think Ferrandis is my favourite, not just because he just won the Supercross championship. I think even if he comes second to Adam, I probably was still going to have him as like the main dude in that championship. I think him and Adam will actually really be battling for that title. It's gonna be interesting. I think Adam literally, like, he gets the pole at like almost every single outdoor that he does. He's so fast out there. In terms of speed, Supercross Hangover Part 2. So they've got here how a C rebound after that. I think he'll be peeved off about obviously what happened at Supercross at Vegas. I would be too, but then I just think like the best way to get over that is to just go out and absolutely smash everybody at Hangtown. So that will be what he will be trying to do to get over the loss in Vegas, and he's got a really great chance to do it. Is this year, since 2012 Marvin has failed to finish worse than 5th. Can Marv win? I don't think so. Sorry, Marv. Covington will make his debut this weekend. Rockstar Husky. He will be super fast. I think he's obviously like done big things in Europe. It'd be interesting to see like how him and Hunter go, and then Ferrandis. It's sort of like a bit of I think the Euros have firmly stamped their status as like the best dudes in the world in outdoors at the moment. I think the track's it's so different. Like obviously, they did good at Budds Creek last year, but I don't know, to do that over every. Like they said the track was really weird at Budds Creek last year, and it sort of actually favoured the Euro guys more. Like the way they do the Nationals, it's just a different deal. But that being said, I think Ferrandis is probably my favourite to win this weekend at Hangtown. 450 wise, I think Coop will be good. I hope Kenny's good. I know Kenny can be good. I don't know if he's over the sickness that he's sort of been dealing with. I heard that it could be something to do with the lime from San Diego, like some kind of like blood poisoning as well, which would be like weird. But again, that's just I heard sort of rumor deal. Who else is going to be good there? It'd be interesting to see like who kind of puts their hand up to be the best of the rest. Like I feel like you're always going to get that core group of dudes. Eli is going to be the favorite. Like deservedly so. He's just a beast outdoors. I think the reason, and I've said it before, the reason Eli struggles in Supercross is because he has this like intense, aggressive, like bulldog smash and plow style that just doesn't work at every Supercross. It works at some, which is why you'll see him completely annihilate everyone, but I think that is conditions depending, track depending, bike setup depending. There's like too many variables in there that have to come together, but when they do, he smashes everybody. When they don't, he cartwheels or he sucks. I think those variables are sort of out the window in motocross. Motocross is the sport where you absolutely send it, you charge the entire time, you beat the track into the ground. I think in Supercross, the track can beat you into the ground. So yeah, I think Eli will be the man. You'll have Kenny up there, you'll have Coop up there, you'll have Marv up there. I think Baggett is probably like the next dude to like eke into that group. But then you'll sort of have like Justin Hill, you'll have Bogle, who could very well get both hole shots. And then Ando is going to be in that lead group as well. But I think Ando sort of drops his way in and out of that group. Just, I don't know, he just doesn't seem to have like the best consistency outdoors. It makes sense last year he won the championship, and if I won the Supercross championship, I don't know that I'd even line up. So that sort of makes sense with Ando. But it'll be interesting, like, because he's a competitor and he really didn't get to compete this year that much. So yeah, that is our little show that we're going to put together. The main bulk of this show was just to like show Australians how they can watch the race this weekend. It's very easy if you get a VPN and then you sign up. I'm not sure if there is any like sort of credit card restrictions or anything, because it's like an Australian credit card to sign up for that. That could be something that you run into, but if you're creative, I'm sure there's a way around that, maybe through like PayPal or something like that. I hope people don't get stuck in that, but it's been a long time since I actually no, I didn't even buy it. I didn't even buy mine. I've got I'm not even gonna say that. It was bought through Red Bull for the Motorspy series. But yeah, so anyway, I hope that helps out in terms of signing up. I hope it's a great weekend. I'm excited for it. This is the most excited I've been for an outdoor season in a very long time, just purely because of the 4 Aussies that are on the gate, plus Cody Cooper. If I'm missing any random privateers that decided to fly over and do it, I'm sorry. Send me a message and I'll be eagerly watching from this hemisphere. Righto, cheers. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week for a wrap-up of Hangtown. I'll be having like a guest in. We'll probably figure it out. And yeah, that's it. New studio is well underway. Hopefully that gets done. Quick shout-out to our sponsors, the guys at Boost Mobile, the guys at Nobby Underwear, the guys at MX Store, and the legends at Rival Inc. If you want to get yourself some graphics from the boys, I want that Geico kit that Chase Sexton won the title with. It looks so good. All right, cool. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. If you've got any questions about the series or like general whatever, shoot me a message on Instagram. That is probably where I reply the most. And yeah, thank you everybody in the Gypsy gang. You guys are the shit. Cool. Peace. Enjoy watching the races this weekend. I really hope it helped.